It's a great day, my amazing CEOs. Payal Kadakia, the brilliant mind behind ClassPass, faced a problem early in her entrepreneurial career. Now, this was back in 2019 when the fitness platform struggled with gyms and fitness studios that were pretty much empty due to the pandemic. And it's a familiar challenge that CEOs face all the time. Starting a business with a big vision and then encountering unexpected roadblocks. So Payal Kadakia's journey to success, it wasn't straightforward. Initially, it was launched as Classtivity. Her business faced what she called false signals of success. Check it out, check it out. So despite good press, fundraising success, and a supporter network, she found out the hard way that success laid in actual class reservations and revenue, i.e. sales. Now, the lesson that she learned was there's a difference between apparent success and actual impact. Did you know that even after spending $500,000 on Classtivity, when ClassPass first launched and had its demo, on demo day, it was silent. There was crickets. There was no one around. And so what's one of the lessons that we can learn from Payal Kadakia? Well, a couple of things. First, we've got to make sure that we have a sales leadership plan, okay? But that's not the lesson I want you to hear. What I want you to hear is she has something that she's termed called false signals of success. And it's recognizing what truly matters. And here's what I want you to hear as a CEO. What truly matters is revenue, sales, tangible results, new clients. So we got to be prepared to pivot. ClassPass evolved its current success with the introduction of the ClassPass Passport. Later, we know it as a reoccurring membership model. And as she discovered this and started adapting, adding value, bringing in real customers, focused on her sales strategy and her sales systems, as a result, ClassPass is the juggernaut that we know today. So what's my big takeaway for you as a CEO? Two things. Number one, recognize false signals of success. It's critical. It's not about the likes. It's not about the comments. It's not about what people think and see. It's about sales, which is revenue, sales, which is, and second, impacting the lives of those folks you were called to serve. You do that as a CEO with the sales system, as a sales leader, then you will see your sales go up, 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 and away. With that being said, welcome to the CEO Sales Huddle. My name, by the way, is Shay Brown. It is an honor and a privilege to serve you and be here as your host. We start every single morning the exact same way because it's our mantra as a CEO, just like many of you may pray every morning. I do that. Some of you may have meditations. Here's our affirmation every day. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Go ahead and say that with me if you can. Repeat that after me right now. This is our mantra. I know it's obvious, but it's so true. If you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Why, Shay? Can you explain that? Because sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And without sales, there's always more money going out than there is coming in. Sales is really serious business. And it's our number one responsibility as a CEO. All right, Shay, if that's the case, then what do we pledge? Because as a CEO, just like you may have with your team, you may have with your organization, there's a culture that you have, right? And one of the things that we do is every single morning we say the pledge. Here's our pledge, and I think that every CEO should say this every single day. If you're out there watching, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. We're going to get to the CEO sales dashboard in a moment. We're going to get to the revenue. I can't wait. But we have to understand our pledge. You don't have to put your hand over your heart, but please repeat after me because every day a CEO needs to really say this. I have to learn something new. I know you're a CEO, but I want this to be top of mind to you. In order to earn new revenue from current clients, repeat after me, in order to get new and old clients to return. So I must learn, earn, and return. We get together every morning because we have three main objectives every day. And let me see if I get this over. Here we go. And our three main objectives are sales progress. That means you show up as a CEO and your role is to not hit the home run every day, but every day is to get on base. It's to take it a little bit further. So we have sales progress, which is the true measurement of the business. You know, one thing I like about sales, the one thing I do really enjoy, let me get this up here. The one thing I really enjoy about what we do as CEOs is we have one measurement. There's only one department in the entire company that brings in revenue, and that's your sales organization. So I'm humbled when you're here with us for 15 minutes a day to focus on sales progress, because without sales, there's more money going out than there's coming in. Secondly, the sales organization is the only organization that really has a true scorecard, which is revenue that goes into the bank account. And I think that's very important because it funds everything else. So we're looking at sales progress. We're also going to address any roadblocks. ClassPass had roadblocks, okay? So we don't want to have a sense of a false signal sense of success. And then third is to understand the 5 sales pillars that every CEO must know and understand in order to make money and impact in what they do every single day. Let me give you those 5 sales pillars. I love to share with you. We're going to move on with the 5-minute, 55-second mark. Then we're going to go into the number one area that I know you all love, the CEO sales dashboard. We're going to get to that. But I want to make sure you have the fundamentals. Number one, sales pillar number one, sales planning. Every CEO should have a 1-page sales plan. It was a problem. It didn't exist because they don't have time to slow down. We created it. Go download it now. There's no cost. Just go over to www.ceosalesplan.com. ceosalesplan.com. Follow the instructions. Download a 1-page CEO sales plan. Now, it's not about revenue plan, okay? My 7-year-old niece can freaking add up how much money you need to make every month. What we want is a sales system, a sales structure, and sales funnels to hit our sales plan. Number 2 is the sales journey. ClassPass learned that really quickly, by the way. What's the journey of the client from the time they meet them to the time they do the reservations to the time they pay and show up? Number 3 sales pillar is sales messaging. Our words, we understand as CEOs, can make us rich. We get better at what we say, when we say, and how we say it in our communication with our clients who have problems. The magic happens by itself. We don't have to convince them. We don't have to persuade them. We're not in that business of doing that. We are in the business of selling, because selling equals service. And I want you to put this in your notes. This is a message you can have for your team, all my sales managers out there, all my sales leaders out there, all my supervisors out there, and you, the CEO, even if you're in charge of the whole company and you're wearing all the hats, put this in your notes. This is the message I want you to have. I'll get to it in the message of the day, but I want you to have this right now. Don't chase the money. Add value, and the money will chase you. And that's a powerful way, and it goes with our affirmation. And then number 5 is the sales team. Okay, we got the sales team going on. We're all looking pretty good. Now let's get into why we're here. Some of you are here for the very first time. Some of you show up every morning at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's an honor to serve you. If you're here for the very first time, if you're here every morning, I like to do the check-in. So do me a favor. If you're hearing me, you can see me, I can't see you, or you're watching live, and you can do this. Look right below the video and just put hashtag I'm here. Now, hashtag I'm here as a CEO. I know it sounds kind of corny or silly, but it's just a bat signal to other CEOs that you're tuned in. You're dialed in. You know, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. In this 15 minutes we have today, these ideas are top of mind to you, so you're able to execute. So look right below the video, like right now, just put hashtag I'm here. If you're watching the replay, we appreciate you. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for being here. I know you couldn't make it at 8 a.m., but you're back in now. Put a hashtag replay. I read every comment. I respond to everyone that comes in. And for all the folks that are tuning in and are watching, and you're like, Shay, I can't do all that, man. I'm watching online. I'm watching on the podcast. I'm watching on Amazon or Apple TV or Roku, or maybe you're on any one of those platforms. Do me a favor. Just go over to @IamCheBrown and drop me a note. Now, you can do that and let me know what resonates with you. Let me know what value we can provide to you for 15 minutes as a CEO. And isn't that a way to communicate? It's 1 minute of your time. Okay, let's get into why we're here. The number one reason we're here for those folks that are new is that CEO Sales Huddle is a place where CEOs gather to understand how to sell more faster. So you already know how to sell. You're already a rock star. I get it. You're already great at what you do, but superstars all hold one common belief, and it's the belief they can always get better. So that's why they're here. So why are we here? Why do people show up at the CEO Sales Huddle? It's a place where you incur sales growth. Isn't that the job as a CEO? I mean, at the end of the day, it's to bring in new clients. I mean, there's only one way to grow the business. That's new clients. Okay, you can grow revenue by selling existing clients. Anyway, I got to move on. We're at the 9-minute mark, 55-second mark. Accountability and consistency. That's why you're here. We only ask for 15 minutes a day. It's 1% of your day. So there are 1,440 minutes in every day. 1% of your day to focus on your sales organization, which is, I'll say it again, sales is the oxygen for every great business in history. And so you're spending 14 minutes a day or 1% of your day focused on sales, which is pretty cool. What's our number one outcome? I love to share it every morning, like you probably share with your team. The number one outcome we have every single day is $100,000 a month of consistent, predictable, reliable income. So this is over and beyond whatever you're earning today. We're going to earn an extra $100,000, and that gives you more impact to the folks that you lead. Now we're at one of the most important parts we do every morning, which is the CEO sales dashboard. And man, do I love this. I mean, this was created because there was a problem. CEOs said, look, what can I look at to measure my sales organization, which to me is the number one challenge that CEOs have every single day, which is how do they generate the revenue that's necessary to execute the vision they have for the people they were called to serve in their organization. And yes, they had CRM systems, but that can get complicated. Doesn't matter if you have Infusionsoft, doesn't matter if you have Kajabi, Go High Level, Active Campaign, whatever the CRM of the time is, Soho, whatever it is. I said, well, I'll tell you what, there's only 5 indicators that you need. And so we created a CEO dashboard. I'm going to show it to you in a minute. It's an Excel sheet, and it's no cost. So there's 5 indicators. There's leads, appointments, offers, deals, and repeat business. Now, if you haven't already downloaded the CEO Sales Dashboard, there's no cost. Just go over to CEOSalesHuddle.com right now, CEOSalesHuddle.com right now. Follow the instructions, and I promise you, and we don't make many promises, but we make promises now. I promise you it will shift the trajectory of your business. Shay, what's the number one reason? Can you explain that to me so I know? Here it is. What gets measured gets managed. It's not a new idea, but it works. And what gets managed gets better. So this is a time for you as a CEO to look at, okay, I got leads, see it, Shay, appointments. You download this right now, and you look across the top, and you go all the way across the top to today's date. So if today was the 9th or 10th or whatever date it is, you would go there, and you put in yesterday how many leads came in new to the database, how many appointments were set new to the database. And you can change those categories up. But when you put the numbers in for today, then you go backwards and you look at the trend over the last 30 days. Some of you, 60 days. Some of you have been with us for several months now. You're following that trend and you're adjusting and making the change. Now, you might say, Shay, this is work. No, it's not. If you have a virtual assistant, it's their number one job. If you have an admin, it's their number one job. If you have a business operations person, it's their number one job. If it's you, and you're the CEO in charge of everything because, one, you may not have the revenue to go hire anyone or you decided not to, then you fill this out every single day. And if you have to do it during this 15 minutes, open up your CRM right now. Take a look at your calendar right now while I'm talking. You got 15 minutes and you dial this in. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets better. There are only 5 indicators that you need to manage as a CEO to help generate revenue for your business. And this is the scorecard here. So we're not going to be dealing with false signals of success. It's not about how many videos you did yesterday, if that's what you do. It's not about how many phone calls you made yesterday, if that's what you do. It's not about how many people did you contact or how good you feel, because it's right here. It's a CEO, and I feel really, really good about this. So I go deep in one area. Now, let's go pull it up, and let's go deep in one area. The one area I go deep in every single morning, I spend about 90 seconds on, I grab one of the categories. So yesterday I talked about appointments. Today I'm going to talk about offers. And you get this filled out while I'm talking, okay? And if you don't have this, go over to www.ceosaleshuddle.com. Download it. It's changing the way CEOs think and operate. And if you're still operating the way you were 2 years ago or prior to the pandemic, or you're working with someone that's still operating in that same mode, then I'm gonna tell you right now, get away as fast as you can. Okay, because the CEOs were always growing. When a question is asked, when do you stop learning? The obvious answer is you never stop learning. You know that already, but the question is why? It's because once you learn something, you never unlearn it. Okay, so you'll do this. So let's take a look right now at offers. Now, when I used to get started, I used to always get right to deals, and I would measure every day how many deals came in. Did I get a deal? If a deal didn't come in, I beat myself up. And then I started looking at it differently as I was working with individuals and companies. I said, well, let's look at how many offers were made. We know we had to have a lead come in, first name, last name, phone number, an email for many of you. We know appointment had to be set, some type of appointment, whether they went to a website, whether they met with your folks or whatever. But did they even make an offer? Let's start measuring that. Did they make an offer and ask for the credit card, if that's what you're looking for? Did they make an offer and maybe ask for a signed contract? Did they make an offer and ask for someone to wire the money over or get the wire instructions? How many offers were extended yesterday? What gets measured gets managed. You put your numbers in. Okay, this, you don't send me the numbers. It's not you got to go talk to me about what you're doing. No. This is about how do we get to $100,000 plus a month of consistent, predictable, reliable revenue for the sales organization, which is the only way to make money in the entire company. I don't know of another way to do it. Okay, I don't. I mean, you could borrow the money, but you got to pay that back, I guess. You could maybe get an angel investor. That's not what I do. Okay, but would you bet on something that wasn't already making money? Probably not. And then you look at offers. Offers are next steps. What are the next steps? So you can make an offer for the person to take the next step. You might say, hey, I'd like to meet with you again, and we're going to go over the terms of the contract. That's an offer. They say they're in, they want to go over it. You can make an offer to get back and maybe do a demo. So look, you're all at different places, different spaces. I'm not trying to put anyone in a box. I'm really not. But what I am trying to do is say that the CEO Sales Dashboard is one of the tools, the only tool that I'm aware of on the planet that exists, that is one place where CEO can go and see the 5 indicators and any other subcategories in one place at a snapshot. And you can do this. If you're out there right now and you're watching and you're tuning in, if you haven't already, do me a favor. You can see me. I can't see you. I love to connect. You're a CEO. We're all CEOs. And below the video, just put hashtag I'm here. It's going to sound silly, I know, but it's a bat signal that you're tuning in, that you know that you had a potential inside you and your company to perform at a higher level. And you're always striving to get better. And that's a good signal. So put that in. I read every comment. I respond. If you're watching the replay, I just want to acknowledge you. You had to go back. You had to pull this up. You had to be either in our community and see this, or you had to be inside of Roku or Apple TV or Amazon or one of our streaming platforms. And all the people get the podcast. I know you can't see me, but I certainly appreciate the comments. Send me a comment over at I am Che Brown. Just drop me a note and let me know you're in the building, by the way. I love it. I love the connect. It's about who wants to be here. Okay. Now we're going to close it, bring it down the home stretch. The last 2 segments I love, and I'm going to continue to do them, is we're going to celebrate wins. So this is not a beat me up session. We don't show up just to say, oh, I'm in the building today. This is why I'm here. No. We understand one idea. Listen to me carefully. Powerful people ask powerful questions. Why? Because questions steer your focus. And in this life, you get exactly what you focus on. So we're going to focus on 3 questions right now. What are you most proud of for the sales organization yesterday? Go ahead and put that down. This is for you, okay? What did you accomplish? What was your biggest accomplishment yesterday for the sales organization? Okay, if you can't focus on sales, you can't be in business. Selling is serious, serious business. What do you want to brag about today? Like if I could bring you on here right now and you could pop up and say, Shay, this is what I want to brag on. This is what my team did yesterday. What would it be? But we're also going to take a look and we're going to acknowledge any of the roadblocks that are out there. Powerful people ask powerful questions because questions steer focus. And in this life, you get what you focus on. So we're going to ask the question, what was your biggest roadblock yesterday? Now, I wasn't there. Now, some of you do this with me every single morning. Thank you so much. And maybe the roadblock is the same. Maybe it's shifted. Maybe it's changed. Maybe you're chipping away at it. That's okay. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. You're going to get there. But ask yourself, what's preventing me today from just taking one more step closer to the goal line? And then what's the one thing that I could do that only I could do, that if I did it, it would move my life and or business forward from a sales organization perspective. Now, I know some of you might use these questions for your health or for your life or for your relationships, and that's cool. But in this conversation, let's keep it, you, the CEO, are looking just at your sales organization. And you and I, we have this conversation every morning. I come on maybe as board, and I'm representing the sales organization, and we're asking the question as a CEO, what are you most proud of? And you're able to answer that. And it's important. My message to you for today: don't chase the money, add value, and the money will chase you. Oftentimes, the question comes up, well, Shay, what do I need to say to convince someone? How do I persuade them? How do I find people to just want to buy from me immediately and I don't have to do any work? And that does exist. There are some folks that can just put up a website, they do absolutely no work. Maybe they spend $100, $200, they run some ads, and people go buy their stuff all day long. And there are different markets for that. And they make millions and millions of dollars. And that works. But for some of you, that's not the business model. For some of you, it's going to take having a sales system, a sales structure, and the right sales funnels in place. So I don't want you to worry about how can I chase the money today. I always want to spend $1,000 a day and make $1 million tomorrow. That's possible, but I want you to focus on what's the sales system that I have for my sales organization, because I've got to focus on sales. Okay, it is the oxygen. I know you know that, but I want it to be top of mind to you as you're going through your day. So don't chase the money. How can I add more value? And when I add value, the money chase me. It's a different model of attraction, but it works. And you will avoid those false signals of success where it looks like success, but when you look at your bank account, you look up and say, Shay, my bank account just doesn't reflect how good I am or the organization is. And there's got to be some changes. And it's okay. This is not a beat me up session. We're all in this together. And I'm glad that you're here. So I just want to recognize you for being here. Thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, look below the videos. Let me know you're in the building. Put hashtag I'm here. If you're watching the replay, put a hashtag replay. I want you to know that I believe in you as a CEO. That you're already just game changer. You're already an innovator. You're already an out of the box thinking person. You're doing something that probably 90% of the world doesn't want to do. You are a leader, and I believe for you, your best is still yet to come. Your best is yet to come. I believe with every fiber in my body, your best is yet to come. With that being said, my name hasn't changed. It's still Jay Brown. Thanks for letting me be the host of the CEO Sales Huddle. I'll see you at the next CEO Sales Huddle. God bless and keep doing God's work. I'll see you on the other side. I'm out. Peace.